Right now, something feels different. Your feet are no longer touching the ground. You are rising. Not quickly, not violently, just slowly, 1 foot per second. You reach for something nearby, but within a few seconds you are already out of reach. There is nothing pulling you back down. No rope, no support. Gravity is no longer holding you. You are going up, and you are not coming back down. At 1 foot per second, after 1 minute, you are 60 feet above the ground. After 5 minutes, you are 300 feet high. People below look smaller. Their voices fade. Cars begin to look like toys. Physically, you are still fine. Your body does not immediately notice anything unusual. Your heart rate may increase slightly from stress, but the air is still breathable and the temperature is still manageable. After 30 minutes, you are nearly 1,800 feet above the surface. You have passed most buildings. The air is slightly thinner, about 5% less dense than at sea level. Your ears might pop, but your body adjusts naturally. At this point, there is no major danger yet. After 1 hour, you reach an altitude of 1 kilometer. The temperature has dropped significantly. On average, air temperature decreases by about 6.5 degrees Celsius per kilometer. The wind is stronger here. If you are not wearing warm clothing, your fingers and face begin to feel cold. Exposed skin starts losing heat more rapidly. At 2 kilometers, temperatures fall below freezing. Wind chill increases heat loss even further. Frostbite becomes a real possibility for any exposed skin. Breathing may begin to feel slightly heavier. The air pressure is now lower than inside a commercial airplane cabin. Oxygen levels are decreasing slowly but steadily. As you continue rising, your body works harder to compensate. Your breathing becomes deeper. Your heart pumps faster to deliver enough oxygen to your tissues. You may begin to feel lightheaded or slightly confused. These are early signs of hypoxia, which is oxygen deprivation. By the time you reach 5 kilometers, the environment has become extremely hostile. Without proper insulation, your core body temperature begins to drop dangerously. Hypothermia develops when your core temperature falls below 35 degrees Celsius. Shivering intensifies as your body attempts to generate heat. If the cooling continues, shivering eventually stops, which is a critical sign that the body is failing to maintain its temperature. At higher altitudes, oxygen levels continue to decline. Judgment becomes impaired. Coordination weakens. Vision may narrow. Simple thoughts become difficult to process. Your brain is highly sensitive to oxygen loss, and it cannot function properly without it. After approximately 8 hours of steady ascent, you reach an altitude close to the height of Mount Everest, nearly 9,000 meters above sea level. This region is known as the death zone. Above 8,000 meters, there is not enough oxygen in the atmosphere to sustain human life for long periods. At this altitude, blood oxygen saturation drops to critically low levels. Breathing becomes rapid and desperate, but it cannot supply enough oxygen to the brain. Loss of consciousness becomes inevitable. Without intervention, death follows shortly after. So what ultimately kills you first? The answer depends largely on what you are wearing. If you are exposed to the cold without protection, severe hypothermia would likely end your life around 4 to 5 hours into the ascent. If you are heavily insulated against the cold, oxygen deprivation would likely be the cause, occurring closer to the 8-hour mark. It becomes a gradual race between freezing and suffocation. One lowers your core temperature beyond recovery, the other starves your brain of oxygen until it can no longer function. If your body were to continue rising beyond the atmosphere, the effects would change again. Contrary to popular belief, you would not instantly freeze in space. The lack of oxygen would cause unconsciousness within seconds. Freezing would occur slowly over time due to the absence of atmospheric heat transfer. Beyond Earth's atmosphere, your body would drift silently through space. Over thousands, millions, or even billions of years, it would continue moving, carried only by momentum and gravity from distant celestial bodies. All of this begins with a simple, steady rise of 1 foot per second. Gravity feels constant and ordinary in everyday life. We rarely notice it. Yet without it, survival becomes impossible in a matter of hours. What seems like a slow and harmless ascent eventually becomes one of the most unforgiving journeys a human body could experience. And it all starts with your feet leaving the ground.